Yo guys, Petal Storm here, and I am going to do a rant finally. It seems like forever, but I have finally decided to stop being lazy and do one. Yay! So, I'm not necessarily going to be ranting, but defending, because there's a cat in the Warrior series that pretty much most people hate, yet I absolutely love. So, I am going to acknowledge all the reasons why people hate her and say why that's completely unnecessary. This cat is, drumroll please, the amazing best queen in the Warrior series, possibly after Cloudtail, Daisy. Oh my god, I absolutely love Daisy. And yes, I'm going to be honest, I didn't really like her at first, but as the series progressed, she turned into a really likeable character, and she has quite good development, and she was just amazing in Bramble Star's Storm. Honestly, if you're someone who doesn't like Daisy, I highly suggest kind of reading Bramble Star's Storm and just looking at the bits with Daisy in, because she is an amazing character in that book. So I am now going to bring all the reasons why people hate Daisy and say why they're stupid. So the first argument is, all Daisy does is sit in the nursery and look after the kids. That's stupid. Blah, am I doing a Donald Trump voice? Blah, blah. Okay, anyway, I think it's absolutely fine for Daisy to stay a queen, because when you think about it, when the clan cats found Daisy and her kits, they promised to protect her. So she went to the clan for protection. And she still does work for the clan. Looking after kits is a tough job, and I, myself, can't stand children because they're downright terrifying. And Daisy deals with children. Because, just think about it. The clan, these group of people came to you, promised to protect you and your children. So yeah, obviously you're going to go with them. And seriously, it just makes sense for Daisy to stay in the nursery. She did try and become a warrior. She did try with Cloudtail. Don't talk about Cloudtail, I'll get to that situation later. But she still does work for the clan. She still helps look after the clan. And she does a good job of it. She's doing something she's good at, and it's benefiting the clan. So that's fine. Now I'm going to talk about her constantly complaining about her kits. Yes, that was actually quite annoying how she would constantly always think about her kits. But I actually see that as okay as well, because the clan promised to protect her kits, and if she learns they could be in danger in this new place that promised to keep them safe, she had every right to be alarmed at that. And that's perfectly fine, because this place promised to keep her safe. And if they can't do that, she has the right to be worried about her kits. The reason she went to the clan was so her kits would be safe. So it only makes sense they're her main concern. And also, I've recently learned some people don't like her because she refused to take a warrior name. But really, that didn't happen until Millie came along. Daisy never properly refused a warrior name until Millie refused hers, and Daisy's like, I didn't take a warrior name, so why should she have to? I just see that as weird why people don't like her for that, when she never properly rejected a warrior name. Now, before I get on to the reasons why I like Daisy, I'm going to go on to the main reason why people dislike Daisy. The whole incident with Cloudtail. Now, this whole thing really bugs me because people seem to think Daisy tried to steal Cloudtail away from Brightheart, and also because she was understandably rude to Brightheart when she first saw her. But I'm just going to think when Daisy was like, oh, what's happened to your face? Princess kind of did the exact same thing with Brightheart. So loads of people don't hate Princess for that. It was a mistake on Daisy's part, and she's learnt since then. If that makes any sense, but still. And to make this clear, Daisy did not try to steal Cloudtail away. One of the reasons she left the clan and went back to the barn shortly was because she did not want to steal Cloudtail away. Daisy fell in love with Cloudtail, but that didn't mean she was trying to steal him. You can't help falling in love with someone, and Daisy left because she loved Cloudtail and she didn't want to get in the way of him and Brightheart. That was pretty much the reason she left the clan. And I actually think that was really good of Daisy to leave, because she loved Cloudtail enough. She knew he was happier with Brightheart, and she did not want to hurt Brightheart in a way of taking Cloudtail. And that is actually a really good thing to do. And one of the main reasons I like Daisy, because she did not try to take him. She admitted defeat, and things actually worked out quite well. She became good friends with Brightheart. Things were okay with Cloudtail, with her and Cloudtail and Brightheart got on being happy old mates. So Daisy, as hard as it was for her, did the right thing, and that's one of the things that makes her an amazing character. And this is another thing that makes me feel really sorry, because after she knew she couldn't be with Cloudtail, half a series later, she got with Spiderleg, and obviously that ended really badly because Spiderleg didn't really love her or the kits and just kind of left. So I feel sorry for Daisy. It's in the way of Bloody Ravenheart's rant, because first Smokey didn't care that Daisy left, and then Spiderleg was mean. So obviously I feel really bad for Daisy, because she just couldn't get a mate that loved her, and the only one she found, Cloudtail, she knew couldn't be hers. For my final point, I am going to say the main reason why I admire Daisy so much, and this is something that isn't really called upon in the books. Yeah, when you think about it, this is one thing that makes Daisy an amazing character, because she is actually really strong after dealing with all that stuff with Spiderleg Poopface and Smokey the Pooh. So let's think to after the great battle with the Dark Forest and all that stuff. It's heartbreaking when Ferncloud dies, and think to Daisy, this is Daisy's best friend dying, and shortly after, Sorreltail, a queen, who has kits in the nursery, Lily Kit and Seed Kit. Sorreltail then shortly dies, and Sorreltail is another friend of Daisy's. So now Daisy has 2 friends dead, and there are still kits in the nursery that need looking after. And Brightheart is the other queen in the nursery who has 3 kits there. And then the green cough hits. And then to think Brightheart is most likely helping out in the medicine den with this green cough, leaving Daisy to look after all these kits with her friends dead. And then Hazeltail and Toadstep die of green cough, so she's lost 2 of her kits, her good friend and another good friend, whilst looking after kits in the space between The Last Hope and Bramblestar's Storm. That is a lot to go through, and Daisy is actually really strong for going through that, keeping her head high, and being the amazing character she is in Bramblestar's Storm. And she deserves recognition for going through that. That's more than Blue Fur went through. That's more than what Ash Fur went through, losing his mummy and that stuff. That is pretty bad, and Daisy actually went through a lot of bad stuff in her life, and she came out of it pretty darn well. So Daisy, you get a round of applause and are one of my favourite characters. So that's why I like Daisy, and hopefully I may have convinced someone not to hate Daisy, because Daisy is a character who deserves recognition, because lots of people just see her as an arrogant, stuck-up mother who cares about nothing but her kids, when, in all honesty, she is a pretty darn amazing cat, and I love her. Hopefully you will too. Daisy team forever!